Welcome back, Lost Hope Garage. On this video, we are going to be working on my daughter's lawnmower again. Let me get you What we're going to be doing today is, or this week, we got this hood. I done pulled all the plastic off of it, and we're going to have to extend the hood out just a little bit. And then we're going to take some of this tubing and build a little, kind of like a little rectangle frame up front with the all thread. And then tie it all in together. And I'm probably going to end up putting, you're not allowed to do much of these, they're youth stock. So, got some real thin gauge sheets of metal. We'll probably put a little space in them. We'll put them on there. Should be fine. But that's what we're going to do today. We'll get some measurements real quick, see what we got to cut, and then I'll get right back with you. All right, that's about where we're going to want the hood to sit. About 16 inches. We're going to use some little 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, some small stuff. It's still all going to bend, but we just ain't going to have a plastic front end on it. I think it'll be better. But I'll get this cut real quick. right in the trash can. Well, there you go, it's playing. Dropped you right in the trash can. Well, I have my 2 pieces cut here. Now I'm going to slide them on. It's like about 9.5. I'll cut. Actually, we may go. Yeah, we're just gonna go 9.5 through the whole thing. I think we're gonna build something that'll look about like that, and then we will maybe lay some metal like that, weld some washers on the end, tighten it all down with all thread, see how it works. But I will tack this up real quick and I will show you what it'll look like when we're done. The thing I'm going to use to line this up is this piece of metal's got a pretty straight edge on it, so I'll line it up off that. That should be give me a pretty straight. So, put you up here on a little time lapse maybe and let you see what I'm doing.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
And this is what it will actually look like when it's all done. I'm gonna lay some washers down here. When I put it on the next time, I'll weld the washers to this. Then I'll put some washers up here and suck it down, maybe a piece of angle across there. And I'm going to build the hood out just a little bit. But I'll finish getting this completely welded up and get right back with you. Alright, there you go, it's all welded up. Find me some 3/4 washers, drop them on, then slide it on. Alright, I got it knocked down on there. It's not perfect, but one side does need to go down just a little bit more. I'll knock that down some more. I'll weld it. Just maybe the two sides or the two inside and outside, something like that. Weld it to that washer. Then I'll put a washer up here. And, well, no. Yeah, I'll put a piece of angle up here and then a washer up here at the top. Put a piece of angle piece to piece. Then a washer. Then I have to extend the hood out some. There it is. Pretty well got it all done. I just need to probably got to trim these, and then we need to, I'm either going to bring the hood out to it and then plate the front of it like I was talking about, or I'm going to have to add on to the front of the hood, maybe find another hood and that's kind of the same and cut it out, set it in there, maybe weld it. But till we figure out how we're going to do there, we're probably going to move on to our next project. Is going to be switching these wheels out. So we'll start working on that, and I will get everything drug out and get right back with you. And we are back out in the shop finally. Been kind of crazy. But today we are going to try to do the wheels I was talking about a couple days ago. I've actually had, let me get it flipped around here. I have actually taken quite a few sets of back wheels off of lawnmowers. So I actually tried this before I started the video and see how big of a fight it was going to be. But it slid right off. Can't say it's going to work on the other side, but it did on this side. The hardest part was getting this little boot off. I actually just ripped it on that side. Probably do the same on this side. This one might be just a little bit different. Looks a little more rusted. There's just a little keeper there that holds the wheel on. A little bit harder to do it on hand. Let me sit you down real quick. Yep. Pretty well, one side's gonna be easy. One side's not. I'll get right back with you and we'll get a hammer and see if I can peck on the wheel a little bit and knock it loose. Yeah, still not too bad. It's still tapping. You go on the slide off as you tap on it. I'll get this off and get right back with you. Alright, now we have both off. And we're going to put these front tires are going to go back here. Bring the back end down. But our problem is, if anybody doesn't know, you can't really see it, but right there is a keyway. And these are keyed. Those up there just go on, you snap them, they don't have to, they're not spun by the axle or anything, so they spin freely. So we're gonna have to get this center section out of this rim and put in that one. This center section, we gotta get it out. I don't know if it's, we're just gonna cut around here and then cut that one out and put it in there, or if it'd be best to just try to cut this right here and pull just the centerpiece out in that one. But I'm gonna sit here and get an idea and try to figure out the better way to do it, and I'll get right back with you. Alright, we done got busy and forgot to record some stuff, but we have got our tires off, and these are the tires that are going to go on the front of it. And this is actually, when it's done, that's what it'll look like when it's finished. But we got to put these centers in there. I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, we'll just find some keyed rims and do it that way. But I figured try to be a little cheap. Just, I mean, they don't have to be perfect, just for a little lawnmower. But I am going to, I got everything set up. I just got to turn everything on, and I'm going to try to cut that out. I don't know how good it's going to work yet, but I'll set you up here, probably put you on a little time lapse or something. Alright, that went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. It's not nowhere near cut out perfect. I think I'm actually going to get the inside diameter of this rim, try to make like a little template, and then when I come over to cut this one, I can put it on there, that way it'll sit. I'm hoping it will sit straight down in there so I could have it centered, because I've said in my other videos, I don't know that it'd really matter on the lawnmower, but on a car I got one off center one time and it will beat you to death, and it's probably not good on your rear ends when you're out there spinning. But I don't know if it'll really matter on this or not. But I'm gonna try to get a little template drawn up, maybe trim this one out a little bit more. I don't think it's really going to matter. I'm just going to set it right on top of it. But get right back with you. Anybody that's trying to do this, just figured it out that on this rim, that center that I want to cut out of the big rim is going to be 4.5 inches. This funnel right here is exactly 4.5 inches. Make you a perfect circle. Probably won't work on everybody's stuff, but it worked in this case, so it's pretty cool. When it's all said and done, hopefully we get this cut out to that center, and it'll sit right down in there like this piece of cardboard does. That's what the plan is. Alright, this is what we got. I need to trace that out and then cut it out, but it's nowhere near perfect, but it should work. I'm sure we'll have to cut it out, do a lot of cleaning, sit it in there, welded on the front and the back side, and then should be able to go on. But I'll get this traced out, then I'll cut it out, and hopefully it all set in there. Alright, got it all traced out. Now, this actually has air in it. I don't really care about it, this tire, so I'm gonna knock the valve stem out of it. That way, I don't know, we don't melt it or feel heat or anything like that. But put you on a little time lapse again, and I'll cut this one out and see how it fits. Alright, I got it to, I'll just show you, I got it to sit down in there. I don't think it's going to be nowhere near perfect, but now I just need to take a grinder and smooth the edges up and should be good. I'll clean it up and get right back with you. Alright, so this is the back side of it. I got it all knocked in there and leveled up. It's actually surprisingly pretty close to what I figured I actually thought it would be. It's right at about 6.5, and can't really see it on here. 3/4 is pretty, or 3 1/4 is pretty close to the center, so it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to tack it real quick, throw it on the lawnmower, make sure it all looks good. The offset's gonna work, and then I'll just need to weld it up. It always helps if the welder's plugged up. I was talking to my phone. Got it tacked for now. Make sure everything works good on it. And it worked. It's not ideal. Most people would just find some smaller rims that are keyed, but I don't know. One of the points of this channel is kind of do stuff the cheap way, but not just make junk. But kind of saves $1 that way if you got small front wheels and big back wheels, and you don't need the back wheels, and it's just a little toy to play around with for your daughter. But that is gonna work. I gotta weld it all the way up, and then I'll do the other rim. Not gonna really record that, don't want to bore you, but I guess this probably be the end of this video. We got the front end all done. After reading the rules, I don't know if they'll let it in or not. If not, I guess we'll load it back on the trailer. But I mean, it's real flimsy, so it'll bend too. But I don't know, it's a problem with plastic front ends. But like I said, this will probably be the end of the video. When I get back with you, all we should have to do is bend the steering wheel or the shifter, put a battery in it, tube the tires. We're gonna clean the carb on it and make a hood, or make our hood work. It's a little short, gotta extend it out, stuff like that. But and we gotta weld a little bit on the front, but squeeze that all into one video, and this thing should be done and ready for, I think we was talking about a show in June. It's actually a hometown show. We probably won't take a car there or anything unless it's some quick build. They're actually having a most wanted fine arts class where you pretty well just move the battery, move the gas tank, knock the windows out of it and go. So that may be something we do. If not, we probably won't do anything, honestly, because the week or the Monday after that Saturday Derby is when we leave for the power tour. So we're going to focus more on that truck, which we need to get this lawnmower out of the way. I need to clean the carb on the little red four-wheeler, get it out of here, and still need to do more of this foreman. Still got the 4 tracks. We've just been busy. I actually haven't uploaded a video in a week or so. Been busy with other stuff. I was going to do a video. If you notice in the beginning of this video, there was an Expedition sitting over here. It's the one from the beginning that was out back. We actually messed around with it, got it running. It still needs exhaust. We ended up putting that flex pipe on it, and we got it. It's still got, I don't think it's actually leaking where we put the flex pipe. I think it's a little gasket in between the manifold and the exhaust. But one of the guys that hang around, he was needing a vehicle, so we did a bunch of stuff to it and got it running. That's why I really haven't did much of a video, and we was just too busy on it to really. It actually takes quite a bit of time up recording these videos. Anybody that makes them, they'll know that. But all right, I guess that'll be all. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next go around.